After a wild race at Kansas Speedway last week in a 25-lap thriller where we saw Richie Faulkner get the race victory in a tie 150, we come to the west coast of Pikes Peak International Raceway in Colorado for the first time ever on the channel for race 5 of the season for season 1 of the Amsoil ARCA Series. What's up, everyone? It's your boy, it's Racing 97, aka Nathan Stapleton, and for the first time ever on the channel, we're here at Pikes Peak International, a fantastic 1 mile, just over 1 mile in race. And this is kind of like a New Hampshire and a Richmond combined. It's a D-shaped track like Richmond and Iowa, but it's very flat. Kind of like New Hampshire. Richmond's flat, but it's a little bit more fainting. So, it'll be interesting how this one shapes out. We had a 25 lap at the first mile and a half, but now we got a little bit of a longer race here today. 50 laps here at this 1 mile D-shaped oval, and I'm not alone for this one. I'm joined by Fontenette up here in the booth, and welcome to Pikes Peak.
Hello, Nathan. And hello, viewers. Welcome to Pike Raceway, where we have a very fun track here on display, and we have a beautiful scenic view off in the distance, which is Pikes Peak Mountain. It is the tallest mountain in the United States, if you did not know that. There's some facts for you.
I did not know that. But yeah, Pikes Peak is a very unique racetrack. We're gonna get a little bit of a preview here. You can kind of see in 1 and 2 especially right there, it is a very flat track, but it's also very wide. The groove, however, is only 2 or 3 lanes, but we might see 4 wide here, and that might not end well. What do you think we might see since we've never been to this racetrack here at Pikes Peak?
Well, it's also a really good point. We've never been here, so expectations are very uncertain and very murky going into this race. We don't know what we're going to see, but that makes it all the more exciting and hopefully the prospect of having a fantastic and exciting race because most of the drivers have never been here. We've never been here. So, with the lack of experience here, that means that we are bound to see a fantastic race. Hopefully.
Yeah, for sure gonna be some fantastic racing here today. And here is the points coming into race number 5 of the season for the season of the Amsoil ARCA Series. St. Crawford having a fantastic season with 4 top 10s to kick off the season. Only driver with 4th straight. Caroline Bradley is in second, 6 points behind. Josephine O'Neill was the point leader, but had a rough day at Kansas. She's now third in points, 9 points behind. Angel Gutierrez is in 4th, tied with Nathan Ullman for 4th. Both drivers are 12 points behind. Reggie Fogelman, who won at Kansas last time out, is up to 6th in points. He's gained 14 positions in the last 2 races, so it's early on in the season and the points are close, but a lot of points positions have been gained for Fogelman so far. He's 16 points back. Logan Williams in 7th, 18 points back. Tied with him is Caleb Rose, also 18 points back. And then we have a 3-way tie for the 9th place spot. 9th place is Evan Butt, Skylar Taylor, and the Daytona of Bradley Ream, all 22 points behind. And then I'm just going to mention this Tampon is 23 points back, and Air Label is 24 points back. And then Brianna Beal is 37 points back. So really the top 13 are all separated by a race of each other. In theory, April could leave here as a point lead, but it would be a lot of it would be a little bit difficult for him to do so. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get these drivers one off for the Electronics 150 and for race 5 of the season. On the pole is going to be Mr. Edge, Nicholas Sambadillo, and the last time is Logan Williams in the number 27. Well, number 2 is Nathan Ullman, the Lanier winner, and the last time is the 15th Evan Butt. Well, number 3 is Skylar Taylor, and the former points leader of Josephine O'Neill. And well, number 4 is Kyla Sutriel, and the 57 of Angel Gutierrez. And right out the top 10 is Caleb Rose and Roberto Crown Jr. So, here's my question to you. Who do you think will get the job done after this 50-lap race here at Pikes Peak for the first time ever on the channel?
Oh my goodness, so many decisions. You know, I like the number 8's chances. That is Nathan Orman. He has had a litany of bad luck. Hopefully, this is the race that it turns around. Off at turn number 4. Nathan, take it away.
Here we go, Sam Badillo and Williams. We are Point Flag Racing Boys 5 on the season and for Aero Electronics 150 at Pikes Peak International. A great jump from Nico Sambadillo, warming the little pit, trying to get his second win on the season. He's going to try to take second away from Logan Williams here off turns 3 and 4. And that will be Mr. Edge leading lap number 1 and getting a bonus point towards the championship. Sambadillo has had a rough season up to this point, either bad luck or no speed. No top 10s, one of the 3 drivers to not have a top 10 yet, but he's trying to get a win here today. And still side by side for the second place spot.
Side by side indeed, that is still Logan Williams trying to fight on the outside and Nathan Orman trying to pick and claw whatever he can. Is he going to get single file? Not quite. Logan Williams is going to still lose positions. 4 wide back there, almost for a second. Still rubbing on each other. Now they let off. That was intense stuff coming into turn number 1. Lucky it wasn't worse.
Oh,
contact!
boy!
And the 6 goes around. He's up on top of the wall. The 71 spins around. Shauna Martin's in there. And a late impact on the 71. Carnage on lap 3 on the backstretch at Pikes Peak.
Boy, oh boy. Both with racing cars, I believe, were involved. And the 02 and the 71, but the Quantrini doesn't look like it has too much damage in the 18. But right when I was showing the 4 wide melee in the back of the field, they were not able to keep it straight. This is what I was talking about. This track is absolutely wild. It is 5 lanes wide, and 4 wide can happen, but it does not really work that well. And unfortunately, it early crashed on lap number 3 in the Aero Electronics 150. And what a wild stud right there. Here at Pikes Peak, unfortunately, Ronald Kennington's not a great luck to the season. Sean Martin has had good luck this season. Matt Davis blew up at Kansas when he was inside the top 10, and he's involved here. And I believe the number 2 of Aaron Abel also involved. He's had a up and down season. And I think he already went to the garage in that tube machine, so that's a tough play for him. Meanwhile, it is Nicholas Sambadillo that won the race back to the line. So let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out the first caution of the day and race 5 of the season and for the Aero Electronics 150 at Pikes Peak. Here we go. They were 4 wide off of turns 3 and 4, and then things got crazy here in 1 and 2. Davis ran up the racetrack out of the groove, and because this is in the middle of Colorado, the outside lane is a little bit dusty, so not a lot of grip outside of the groove, and that's what happened to Davis. And right here, watch the 18 of Crown Jr., they just didn't really have nowhere to go. Just trying to follow the 17 and into the corner panel of the 6, and then down the racetrack with the 18 and the 6 of Davis and Crown Jr. into Sean Martin, and Martin turns 71, and look at the 6 airborne a little bit, almost into the catchments and onto the wall. And very unfortunate for what happened right there, with all of those drivers, and all of them really having rough starts to the season. And then the 2 of Aaron Abel was going to be fine. He was fine through the first part, but he just had nowhere to go and into the 71. Not entirely sure how much damage the 2 will have. I thought he was out, but he's not. He did come back out off pit road. So he's still going to be winning, but I don't know about the rest of these guys. Tough break for Ronald Kennington, who came in here 15th in points. Tough break for Roberto Crown Jr., who's had an up and down season, but mostly down 21st in points. Sean Martin 23rd in points. And then, of course, Matt Davis 19th in points. So all of those drivers, besides Aaron Abel, have had a rough start to the season, and this season just got a lot tougher here at Pikes Peak.
Here we go, full speed here going into turn 1. He sees the 3 wide almost again, and Max Davis overdrives himself up the track trying to avoid that, but instead puts himself in a 4 wide situation. Big hits, big damage. All the cars evolved, Max Davis, and then eventually that big hit on the 2 and Ronald Kennington Jr. Aaron Abel driving away with I believe he doesn't have that much damage. I just think he came down to pit road to see how much he has, but same cannot be said for Ronald Kennington Jr. and Shauna Martin and all the others involved. This crash truly did involve everybody who needed a good break and a good race, and unfortunately, it's going to be another one of those races where they do not catch one.
Yeah, Davis, Moulton, Kennington, Clown Jr. all rough races, rough seasons up to this point, and unfortunately, this seasons are not going to get any easier here today at Pikes Peak. Let's go ahead and get back to the restart after a early caution with Mr. Edge, Nico Samadillo out front at Pikes Peak. Welcome back to Pikes Peak International Raceway. For race 5 of the season, we will go back green on lap number 8 of 50. Still a long way to go here in this one. It's a little bit longer than what most of the races will be, but have to see what transpires on this restart with a single file start instead of a double file start. It will be Samadillo, Ullman, Sutil, Burke, Williams, the top 5. See what Samadillo can do. 22nd in the point standings. Can he get his first top 10 of the day? Well, of the season and get the win here today. Back going on lap 8 of 50.
My goodness, he got a fantastic jump on Nathan Orman. So did Orman on the 10. The 10, that is the fast track car, Skylar Stutzery. I'm so sorry I butchered your name, but here he comes trying to look for a move to the inside. They're 3 wide back there, trying to get anything done before turn 3. And, oh, the 11 way up the racetrack. He's going to file back behind the 06. And so far it is single file and 2 wide mania all around here. Meanwhile, that is all the 25 wants to see side by side for P2.
Ullman and Sutil battling for second, and so far so good on this restart. A lot of double file action, and what I'm starting to notice is that the outside lane is a decent lane to defend. It looks like it's a 2-lane racetrack here at Pikes Peak, and if you go outside of that second lane and into the marbles, or in this case the dust of Colorado, they're really going to fall back, and we've seen that a couple of times here as we just saw the 06 barely in the frame go wide, and here comes a little push, making a deep dive bomb for third, well, not for third, for making it 3 wide, and there's so many passes right now, and so many battles at the moment here at Pikes Peak.
That was a full send Parrish put on the, who is that, the 25? The 35, excuse me. And more sending into the corner. That is the 27 of Logan Williams, falling back just a little bit. And car tag there!
Boy, there goes the point leader.
The one car gets tagged.
The point leader, St. Crawford.
Wow.
But that's gonna be it for now. Well, we haven't really seen too many cautions yet this season. Daytona went caution free. I believe Oswego might have had 1 caution. And then Lanier had 1 caution. And Kansas went caution free. I'm unsure that Oswego did that. Might have had a couple cautions, but other than that, Daytona and Kansas went caution free. And then Lanier had 1 caution. And we already have 2 cautions here. Luckily, this one was not that bad of a crash, only a single color spin for the most part after South got hit into the outside wall, but big time points and implications as the point leader, and the guy that's done, the guys that's gone a top 10 in all 4 races this season, St. Crawford, went spinning down the back switch.
Yeah, that was certainly very surprising coming out of turn number 2. Did not expect that, but he was in quite a hornet's nest. You saw all sorts of 3 wide, 2 wide action there. It was a matter of time before there was going to be a crash like that. It just so happened that the points leader was involved in this one. So unfortunate.
Luckily for Crawford, I don't see too much damage on that number 1 Phoenix Racing Toyota, so kind of stealth from the back, but can easily make its way up to the front if the racing keeps on going of how we've seen it so far. I believe Sam Dio loves the way he sees, just keeps on leading laps on the caution here. Second early caution of the day. Hopefully we can have a green flag 1 here. But let's go ahead and see what happened. for the second caution of the day at Pikes Peak. Here we go, turns 1 and 2 again, the spot that is causing the incidents here today. A lot of things happened at once. Josh South in the 69 tried going down in front of the 11, was not clear, 3 wide, and this normally ends up looking just fine. The one of Crawford at the same time kind of does a dive bomb here from the point leader, sends Taylor up the racetrack, and the exit of turn 2, Taylor gets into the 69 a little bit, and then on the exit a lot, and South doors the outside wall, Taylor into the outside wall with the front end, and loses control into the 1. The 11 actually caught some air a little bit, and unfortunately the point leader of Zane Crawford went spinning down the back stretch. But that was a lot milder crash from what we saw for the first one of the day. Just a simple call spin, maybe a little bit of damage on the 11 and the 69, but for Crawford just did a couple of 360s and he's going to keep on going. But the point leader is going to have a rough day for the rest of this one, trying to move his way up from the back to the front.
Here we go. That is the 1, your points leader, Zane Crawford, making semi-send, but Skylar Taylor makes another big send. The 11 moves up the track into the 69, and then out of nowhere, bang, right there. He would have had no idea that there was a crash happening. He was just so unfortunate to be in the position that he was. There was no way that he was gonna make it out there regardless.
Yeah, I'm very unfortunate for Zane Crawford there. Luckily, he should be okay. Don't see any noticeable damage on that one machine and should be just fine to move his way back up through the field. One thing I do want to mention, I believe I saw the 42 of Jacob Miller, who had a wicked crash at Oswego Dirt. He might have helped the one spin out a little bit faster than what Crawford anticipated. And honestly, if the 42 was not there, who knows what would have happened to Zane Crawford, and he could have slammed the inside wall. So, a lucky break for Crawford that the 42 was there, but a unlucky break at the same time. A couple of quick cautions here at Pikes Peak, but Sam Dio loves races. Can he stay up front and get the most laps dead bonus point past halfway? We just have to wait and see. And can we get a long point flag 1? We also have to wait and see. Let's find out for the second race of the day at Pikes Peak. Welcome back to Pikes Peak Welcome back to Pikes Peak International. We are here for race 5 of the season. After 2 quick cautions, hopefully we can have a long point flag 1 here. It is Nico Samadillo on the top spot with the number 10 and 2nd, the 8 and 3rd, the 20 and 4th, and the 03, and rounding out the top 5. 2 quick yellows. Hopefully we can manage a long point flag 1 here with Samadillo out front. Back green on lap 16 of 50 for the AL Electronics 150, and this time Samadillo did not quite get as big of a jump. And here we go, almost contact, and we have a contact. Bow for the way to lead.
Wow, that was aggressive stuff. Are they gonna go 3 wide? No, they do not dare. Sustry got an amazing start. There's still nose to nose, bumper to bumper, but now the 25 finally gets his advantage, and he's gonna run away. But right now it is nose to tail from 2nd to 5th. Oh my goodness, what a start. Here comes the 20 on the inside of Nathan Orman. Going back into turn 1, side by side back there, but this is the main battle right here. The 20 of Logan Williams trying to make up some lost ground. Oh, never mind, my fault. That was Josephine O'Neill in the 20. And she is going to make the pass on Nathan Orman. That is going to be for 3rd.
Oh, but is she going to keep it though? Will Parrish with a massive 1. Of course, O'Neill won at Oswego Dirt, trying to get her 2nd win of the season, but Will Parrish with a late move, and now we got a great battle for 3rd. Mr. Edge is pulling away. Loves the way he sees Sustry not pulling away from the rest of the field, as Parrish is going to take 3rd away from O'Neill. And here comes Logan Williams who's quietly leaking up there in the point standings, up to 7th in the point standings, and now trying to take the 5th spot away from Orman. Orman starting to fall back on that number 8, as Williams is going to take that spot away. Top 5 now is Sam Diaz, Sestry, Will Parrish, O'Neill, and battle for 5th is on between Orman and Williams.
That was a fantastic restart there, but now everybody's starting to find their footing there. That is the 27 of Logan Williams. My bad for mistaking him to be in the 20. Both Toyotas, you know. Nathan Orman way up the racetrack, almost comes down into the 15, but he keeps it down, or he keeps it up there rather. Side by side back there, almost going 3 wide. I think he does make a 3 wide move. What a ballsy move. Is that still going to be 3 wide? Yes, just a by. Wow, this is fantastic stuff, Nathan.
That was a little bit of a close call. A late dive bomb for 3 wide from Reggie Folkman, the most recent one at Kansas, and this is absolutely crazy stuff. Kansas was absolutely wild for being only a 25 lap race. This race has been wild as well, and unfortunately we've not been as lucky as what Kansas was. It was wild, and somehow we kept it clean and going for 25 laps. We've had 2 cautions so far, but right now we are about to have a long green flag on one from the looks of it, and then now side by side for second, Parrish and Sestry. Does Parrish have anything for this race of Sam Badillo? If he can get by this number 10, we might have a challenger for Sam Badillo here.
Parrish has definitely made up a lot of time in the last 2 laps here, as he's making the move for second on the 10 car. Is he going to get it done? Yes, he is. Clear. Will Parrish for P2, but here comes the 20. Not so fast. Almost. That was amazing right there. Will Parrish clears the 2 of them and will now set his sights on the leader.
Boy.
The 20 moves up just a little bit. Up a groove. Nothing comes out of it though, except great racing. Not to go 2 wide behind them as well.
And here's the thing, Josephine O'Neill, 9 points behind Zane Crawford. She has something to race for here today, everyone does, but O'Neill was the point leader all season long until Kansas happened. Got stuck behind Matt Staples with Blue 8 engine and costed all of her track position and fell towards the back of the field. Meanwhile, Zane Crawford got a top 10 once again. Right now, O'Neill is in 3rd, and let's see, Zane Crawford started in the back after that spin, all the way moving his way up the field, up to the 18th spot. So right now, easily O'Neill will take the point lead right back from that number 1 machine, as here comes Evan Book trying to take the 4th spot away from his number 10.
15 trying to claw his way past the 10 car of Sustriel. Is he gonna get it done?
I believe so.
Oh, is he clear? Not quite. Still fighting off of turn number 2 onto the backstretch. And all this battle is bringing the 27 of Logan Williams back right into this. Him and Nathan Orman are now going to zoom right past the 10. Wow. And the 15 clears. He is on his way. And now the top 5 are, or the top 4 rather, are now strung out. Who's going to get the better advantage of this?
Tell you what, Toyota have really shown out here today. We got a Toyota in 1st, we got a Ford in 2nd, and then we got Toyota in 3rd, Toyota in 4th, Toyota in 5th. So 4 out of the top 5 are Toyota, and how about Venturini? 3 out of the top 4 are Venturini cars right now. So Venturini must have found something in practice or something, and they are absolutely flying here. But you know who's also flying? It's Will Parrish. It was 0.8 of a second last time by, well, a couple laps ago. Now it's down to 0.7 of a second. Past halfway in the L150, and Parrish is slowly reeling in Mr. Edge and Nicholas Samadillo. And not that lap.
Not that lap? Okay. While Parrish is catching Samadillo, now the idea of more cautions are starting to creep into their head, which is not what they want, because this is exactly what they want. They want to be spread apart from the field and not have to worry about any other people. So this is exactly according to plan they want to happen. And so far, it's going according to everything that they hope. Will there be pit stops, though?
There will be no pit stops in this race, barely. And the thing is, about Pikes Peak, this track has significant tire wear, at least compared to what we've seen so far this season. It's about a second of tire fall off from the start of the race to the end of the race on the set of tires. So tire is going to take into effect probably one of the bigger times all
Oh,
season
caution's
long.
out! Caution is out. I saw the lights. Yeah.
Oh, it is. Oh, whoa,
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Well, I was about to say that knowing some other races I've seen from other NR careers, normally at Pikes Peak when they get spread out, they well, they don't have a high chance of crashing, but unfortunately we do. And the third caution of the day is out. Looks like Matt Staves might be involved in his second one. Caleb Rose, unfortunately, who's had a really good season, got involved. Maybe Andrew Miller, and maybe the two as well. A long green flag one here at at Pikes Peak. And now we will go back with probably 15 laps to go. So, have to see if what ends up happening. And let's go ahead and see what quickly happened to bring out the third caution of the day, which looks like it happened down the front stretch. Here we go. Taylor brings out his second caution of the day. Taylor just runs up the racetrack into Caleb Rose 3 wide and turns him. And unfortunately, Taylor's involved in this one as well, but a very mild crash. We started with probably the biggest crash of the day with that 4 or 5 car incident, and then we had a 2 or 3 car incident with a minor spin for the point leader, and now this time it's an even milder spin for Caleb Rose. So luckily, 3 cautions, but they have been pretty mild, and we've seen crazy racing all day long. And same deal, that's not what he wanted, because Parrish was already closing in, down to half a second, and now we got a late race restart with about 15 laps to go here. It's going to be dicey here at Pikes Peak, and let's get back to the restart with 15-ish laps to go. Welcome back to Pikes Peak International, and well, Bronson, this has been a fantastic race so far, and we are going to have a 15-lap shootout here for Sam Badillo, Parrish, O'Neill, Burke, and Sestry the top 5. We are in for a tweet here. It's been a fantastic race here for the Electronics 150. 3 cautions, the most this season. Can Mr. Edge get the job done? He's dominated this one, but Parrish is going to try to steal it back. Going to 15 laps to go at Pikes Peak.
Green flag back up in the air. The 25 gets an amazing jump, but not so fast, says Will Parrish. He's closing in on the back bumper, but here comes O'Neill. Will Parrish moves up the track just a little bit, giving the advantage to the 20. Here comes O'Neill with a run almost 2 wide back there, but the battle almost a 2 wide battle. The 25 moves up the track. Here comes Will Parrish in the 03. He really closed that time. Oh my goodness, what a gap difference. Is he gonna send it?
Dive bomb.
He's gonna send it to the inside. Watch out. Almost contact between the two, side by side for the lead. He moves up the track. Parrish pushes him up the track, and here comes O'Neill for the lead. 3 wide going into turn 3 here at Pikes Peak.
O'Neill thinks better of it, trying not to get involved. Her teammate in a potential wreck. Crazy restart. These guys know that, hey, it's only 15 laps to go now with 13 laps to go. They are running out of time here, and we've seen some crazy racing already, Bronson. And that was a crazy restart, still side by side for the race lead. No one's really been able to challenge Sam Dio all day long, but Parrish is the one to do it, and Will Parrish is going to take the race lead away. How about this for Will Parrish? And if he can hold off 3 victory cars, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, then this could be a huge time victory for that 03 team. But here comes O'Neill, 1 at Oswego Dirt, trying to get a 2nd win on the season here today, and potentially take the point lead back.
Gloves are off now. Nathan Parrish with a 1.5, almost 2 car length lead, but he moves up the track just like the 25 did many laps ago. Here they come. in the similar fashion that they did many laps ago. O'Neal still trying to fight on the inside on the 25. Samadillo trying to get back his lost ground. 3 wide back there. Do not come back down track, please. Thank you, Logan Williams. Keep it back up there. Will Parrish leads once more, going into turn 3. O'Neal still fights, but here comes the 10. He says, hold my beer, I'm not done yet. 10 laps to go here at Pikes Peak.
This has been a race and a half. The last 2 races have been fantastic in the Amsoil ARCA Series, and to think that this is the track that will play host for the Amsoil West Series finale in December. We're looking at a preview of it here today, and fantastic racing. And O'Neal's going to take the second spot away, finally, from Nico Samadillo, and now have to see if this toy machine have any... Oh, whoa!
Oh, the switchback! Oh my god, what a crossover move! That was amazing! Absolute textbook! Sustry moves up the track just a little bit. O'Neal up the track just a little bit, but it's not going to be enough as Parrish still maintains his lead. That was an amazing move. I have never seen anything like that so far here, Nathan. O'Neal up the track just a little bit. Parrish maintaining his lead with only a handful of laps to go. Will anybody be able to challenge him?
Well, if they keep on doing this, then it might be the race victory for Parrish, as they are 3 wide, almost 4 wide off the corner.
Oh, don't go 4 wide. Almost 4 wide.
Oh my goodness. This track is something special here, and I don't know why I didn't use it before. Fantastic racing here at Pikes Peak. Back to Samadillo for a second. I'm not surprised that he made that move, because he is probably one of the more experienced drivers in this series. He might be new to the channel, but he's not new to NR2003 offline racing. And Samadillo, maybe he was saving his tires for a few laps, because he's closing back in on this 03 of Will Parrish. And I don't think this is over quite yet for the top 2 spots, with 6 laps to go at Pikes Peak.
It's not over. He gained by a 10th. 25 did, but if Will Parrish can keep it to the bottom of the track and no cautions come out, then this is going to be his race to win. Samadillo still trying to fight. He definitely closed that time. He is within 1.5 car lengths. This is going to go down to the wire, coming this time back to the start-finish line with 5 laps to go at Pikes Peak.
5 laps to go. I believe Caroline Bradley and Josephine O'Neal are battling for the 7th place spot. Bradley was 6 points behind Crawford, and O'Neal was 9 points behind, but Crawford also making his way up to the front, so I think it's going to be very close between those top 3. But as of right now, I think it might be St. Crawford that is going to be the point leader leaving Pikes Peak. And how about St. Crawford? He has started, he restarted in the back and he's in 12th. If he passes 2 more cars, he could still go from spin to still going 5 straight top 10s to kick off the season. Might be a long shot with 3 laps to go, but anything's possible. How about this 42? Chicken Mill out of nowhere inside the top 5 in the 3rd place spot. With 3 laps to go, we still have a duel here in Colorado.
Yeah, this thing is far from over, Nathan. Samadillo, while he maintained his gap with Parrish, Parrish keeps washing up the track, which causes the 25 to gain a couple of tenths, but then also that 03 is just wicked fast. 2 laps to go this time by. Parrish up the track again. Is this going to leave the advantage to the 25? Yes, it is. He's closing. Samadillo does. What's the gap going to be with 2 laps to go this time by? Oh, it's close. It's really close.
The outside lane can work, but sometimes you overstep it, and that's what we've seen all day. 2 laps to go. Can Mr. Edge get his first win on the channel, or will Parrish stop him? There's only 1 lap to go here at Pikes Peak, and Edge with again another great one off of turn 4. This is going to be a crazy last lap at Pikes Peak.
He has 1 more shot to do it. He's all over the back bumper of Will Parrish. Nicholas Samadillo, 1 last chance into turn 2 for the final time. He's going to take the inside. Side by side down the backstretch for the lead. They're going to go side by side going into turn 3. Samadillo Is he going to maintain the inside?
He
Yes, he
does.
is. Off of
Last
turn
lap
4, Will
pass.
Parrish loses the lead on the last lap, and Nicholas Samadillo wins it at Pikes Peak. Unbelievable.
Wow, wow, wow,
A last
wow.
lap pass. Have you ever?
I don't think I've seen too many last lap passes here on the channel, and how about that? Mr. Edge was making crazy moves all day long. He definitely had one of the fastest cars here, and with the last lap pass, steals it from Will Parrish, and he will win the L Electronics 150. And how about that? Nicholas Samadillo's had a rough season, but that's not because of lack of speed. I feel like he's had a lot of unfortunate ones and a lot of unfortunate bad breaks for Samadillo. First top 10 of the season is a victory with the last lap pass. Gets the job done. Fantastic stuff here at Pikes Peak. Fantastic. Whew.
Absolutely. That was a real barn burner there at the end. That was a fantastic last lap pass. He timed it amazingly off of turn 2. He got the run he needed, and Parrish made one too many mistakes washing up track. We saw it recently in the East race. That was amazing. Fantastic stuff. Absolutely textbook.
Samadillo gets the job done. Parrish, Miller, Sustry, Burke, the top 5, O'Neal, Bradley, Pullins, South, Fogman. We can't swim with another top 10 on the season. Great one for him. That's going to be his third top 10 now, so I think he's going to close in up to the top 4, top 5 in the point series. And then Logan Williams, St. Crawford gets 12, so his streak of top 10s will end, but still a great comeback for 12th. Foreman, Gutierrez, Beal, Taylor, William, Rose, Clown, Jr., Martin, Kennington, Davis rounds out the 22 cars that finish on the lead lap, and then Miller and Abel 1 lap down. Crawford finishes 12th. Bradley finishes 7th. That's 5 points difference. Bradley's going to be 1 point behind Crawford. Meanwhile, O'Neal was 9 points behind. And O'Neal got 6 and Crawford got 12. So I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think Crawford's going to have 1 point lead over Caroline Bradley. And I think O'Neal's going to be 6 points behind going into Watkins Glen next week. Boy, what a race. What a championship battle that we are starting to have here. What's a final thoughts of a barn burner once again. A second straight barn burner race. First Kansas and now Pikes Peak.
Man, I'm so glad that went down to the wire, that we had a last lap pass after all the carnage and whatnot early in the race. I'm so glad that we could have such a fantastic and memorable finish. This is amazing, and I hope that this maintains Pikes Peak Place on the schedule. It needs to come back. What a track.
Well, I think this might be a track that might stay. Never used this track before. Fantastic stuff here. And to think that this is just the main ARCA series, we come back here in December to crown a West Series champion. This track's amazing. Not entirely sure if it will be on the 12th schedule or something in the future, but it might. But I think for sure, for the short term, it will probably stay on the other schedule. Fantastic stuff. 2 bottom bottom races in a row of Kansas and Pikes Peak, and where to go next for race 6 of the season. The one and only road course on the season at Watkins Glen. Probably the one of the best road courses on and to continue this stretch of fantastic races. Let's go there. Fantastic race here at Pikes Peak. Samadillo gets the win. The points are coming up next here after the Amsoil Electronics 150. Huge thanks to Bronson Smith for joining me up here in the booth. And next 2 weeks we are gonna be kind of in the northeast. Next 2 races for ARCA, Watkins Glen, and Pocono. So for Bronson Smith, I'm Nathan Stapleton. The points are coming out next, and congratulations to Nicholas Samadillo, Mr. Edge, for winning with the last lap pass here at Pikes Peak. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye!